I know it's not going to get sweltering in here, but it already feels very warm. Oh, that's honestly in part because I've kept my door closed for the past few days. Some wasps have been getting in and it's been hot and humid. The heat's stayed in here despite being cooler in the house. Oh, it's normally hotter in here anyways. I live with my desktop after all. Hi, Schleff. Did you do the alerts? The claws are probably fine.
If I may say, operator, your chosen warframe suits you.
Oh, rip. Let's see. What was this? Yeah, you can buy a Mark 1 Strun for 15k credits. That's a shotgun. Is that... Does it have a master? No. If it does, it's not showing it for me, but I assume that means there's no mastery, right? Yeah. Okay, there's no mastering requirement for it, so... Though it's a Mark 1, don't expect it to be that good outside of, like, single-digit level enemies. Actually, I doubt you're... Oh, actually, you're kind of far in the game. You're probably at the point where you're starting to realize how much you have to actually power up yourself. I think you'll feel the difference from Mark 1 compared to a regular. But it won't be that drastic for you yet. For me, the only way I'd use a Mark 1, I think, is if I had a ribbon. And that's like a maybe. Oh, don't worry, everybody's going to be doing those alerts. They're only up for 24 hours, and they usually, actually almost always give amazing rewards, like now. So, yeah. Just a question of if you actually get there in time. So I got Protea above Wukong on the list, so now it's time for Tanya. And after that, I'm going to have to start reaching. I need to find other warframes I kind of enjoy, or would want to play for a long time. Tanya feels kind of slow on the ground. I don't think her movement speed's all that's... it's definitely not sub 1. I don't think it's sub 1. I have Mobilize on her, and now like her airborne speed is just crazy. It feels more than like what Mobilize should give, so I don't know, man. I don't know. One, two, three. I don't even know where the guy is. Ah, he's way up there. And 4. Cast Gloom. Cast that on myself. Yes, this is the new secondary. Came out with Sepagoth some weeks ago. it's pretty great.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside. This capsule will now harvest Kuba.
And for primaries, I got the Bratton because I decided to forma this for a specific purpose of doing my whole newbie disguise build. I even bought a skin for it so I can use the Bratton Prime because it does actually have kind of overall better stats than the Bratton Vandal. Bratton Vandal's hell of a lot rarer and harder to get than a Bratton Prime, but I think the Bratton Prime's a bit better.
Additional life support has arrived.
And of course I got a ribbon for it, because, I mean, this thing would be useless right now if I didn't have a ribbon. Or at least I'd feel it's useless. I don't know about you.
A harvester has finished. Collect the Kuba. Modification successful. Collecting Kuba.
I'm gonna save it while I put Subagoth's Loom on here and Titaniage to see what it's like, and it's good. I don't know if it's optimal, but it's good.
Life support on the way. Kuba harvesting capsule has been destroyed.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, let's get to the next capsule.
You have found a Kuba catalyst. Attach it to a life support capsule to begin harvesting Kuba. Delivered another life support capsule. Commencing Kuba harvest. The raid is off to a successful start. Extraction is available.
Man, one guy really wants to bail, huh? Yeah, I guess I'll take that. Nah, I'll take Kuba. Yeah, one guy really wants to bail at the 5-minute mark. I mean, Alright, I guess we're bailing. A bunch of cowards here. At least one gives an excuse, though.
Tenno, prepare for life support. Kuba is ready to be collected.
Okay, could you stop following me and killing stuff? And it's a host migration. Hold on what was the flight? Okay.
Additional life support has arrived.
It's also double affinity weekend too, so now's the time for you to grind out ranks or forma if you have any of those in store. Oh, I'm out of forma. Really am going through forma too fast. Should be decent now. Fortunately, Epitaph only need 3 forma, although I may want to unlock the Exilus slots. Usually do for secondaries, but I don't know. I mean, it could use Strict Mag, but I don't think it needs an Exilus. Unfortunately, it's only 3 forma though. It's going to be a bit down the list.
Excellent armaments, operator. Please return covered in blood. Safe and sound.
Back into the breach.
Life support on the way.
Right. All buffs up.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it while I have more time. You have found the catalyst. Attach it to a life support capsule to the area. We're going to need more reactive. Mark mission successful. Collecting Kuba. Caution town. Capsule's toxic. Providing immediate life support. Life support incoming. Rockets ready to make left. That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside. Another life support capsule is now available. This capsule will now harvest Kuva.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll bail at 5-minute mark and I'll taxi you if that's at all possible. These guys suck at Cooper survival.
Prepare for life support. Grab the Kuva from that capsule.
I mean, I'm not exactly set up for Cooper survival. I'm set up for fucking over Wukong Prime, but that's my own folly. Alright. Alright.
I've delivered
1,
another life support
2,
capsule.
3, 4. And there we are. It's pretty interesting how with the China's Exalted pistols, they have a lot of recoil until you ADS, then they have no recoil.
Just made their first discovery.
It's weird.
Keep up the good work. Extraction is available if you need it.
Alright, this harvester is almost done. I will take your Kuva. There's nothing you can do about it. Skeletons tend to stay, but they're not. They're not good. Give me kill. Alright, where is... over here. Alright, I'm almost to extraction.
Get ready for a capsule. Additional life support has arrived. This capsule will now harvest Kuva. Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Damn, rank 26 from 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, yeah, Arschliff. Alright, I'll get in the right loadout and then I'll head off.
Excellent armaments, operator. Please return covered in blood. Safe and sound.
Alright. Oh, shite, that's right. The alert's gone from my list. Do you remember which node it's on? Because I may be able to select it through that. I can't choose it. Oh no. Well, I know what I can do. If Axer... Never mind. I don't know if you have Axer Relics or not. I don't think it really matters.
Ordis has been counting stars, operator. All accounted for.
So yeah, I expect yourself to be, I guess, survive. These enemies are level 30 to 40 is the listing. It's a Void Fisher, so
The enemy is at our doorstep.
yeah, you're really gonna get hard carried.
Reinforcements arrived. There are void fissures in the area. Use these to crack open a relic.
You can still have fun with that, honestly. don't
Found efficient.
expect her to be that effective.
Enemies are dropping reactors. You are going to need more reactors if you want to open that relic.
That's totally right. I bought a bubonic Riven today, and then I realized Riven Dispel on this thing is terrible because of how popular it is. Rightly so. It's a very good weapon. Very fun weapon, too. Damn. Kind of ruins my Riven idea. Well, to explain how Rivens work, I've told you there are random mods that can, like, really make even a bad weapon terrific. Okay. Oh, it's a laser, ain't it?
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
If I remember correctly, the Lotus Alert enemies should only be 10 to 15. The Lotus Alerts usually have very low level enemies. Which is why I say it's basically free. Might be... I don't know. You should be able to handle them well at this point, but in case you still have trouble with them, that's your heads up. Alright, I never quite explained what's up with Riven Dispo. So it's Riven Disposition. It's a stat on weapons that does get shown in the armory, but only if you have a Riven for the weapon. Otherwise, you have to look at the wiki to figure out what the stat is. And that... it's a multiplier for Riven mods, so... I'm not sure if the armory shows the exact values. It does show pips, though, at a glance. It goes from 0.5 to 1.5, or is it 1.6? And basically, every quarter of the year, the devs just make little tweaks to it based on the user statistics. So the more used the weapon is, the lower its riven disposition is, and the less used, the higher. And at, like, you know, for popular weapons, with 1 pip riven dispo, which is around 0.5, maybe it's 0.6. Yeah, the rivens aren't much better than, like, the actual mod you had in the slot beforehand. There isn't too much use to using them. Let's get a god roll, of course, but god rolls are freaking rare. Oh, I didn't have an Axie Relic. Don't get to choose one of the prime parts. That's unfortunate.
Reinforcements available.
That's 5 waves. We are out.
Continue fighting.
Grab all the loot you can in 1 second. Alright, I'll stick with you if you want for the Lotus Alert, because you should be able to bring me in with you, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reroll this Bubonic Riven a lot before it's actually worth using. And I'm gonna have to Forma the Bubonico again. Forma. Goddamn Forma. Oh, that's because Dragon Scale's got a LMG equipped. Want to leave squad and reform, we can do that. If it says that, then I know the Bubonico doesn't count as a shotgun, even though this is shotgun mods. There we go.
If I may say, operator, your chosen warframe suits you. Ha ha.
Now we got a shotgun ribbon. Will this be your first ribbon? Might be. I mean, you can sell them as is unveiled, but you can also do the challenge and, well, I guess test your luck.
Defend the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
Shotgun ribbons are pretty rare.
Warframe is the hand, and I am the will.
I don't know how much they go for, though. I know melee ribbons go for 50. Rifle ribbons go for 20 or 30 plat, so I'm guessing shotgun ribbons should go for 50, similarly. I mean, with an Ember around, we won't have much to do. Yeah, I mean, you might get, like, say, plus 50% multi-shot and, like, plus 100% damage or something on a popular weapons ribbon. On, like, an unpopular weapons ribbon, you could get, like, plus 400% damage and plus 300% multi-shot, and it's absolutely crazy. In fact, there's a pistol I've got. Actually, it's 2 pistols, or it's just 1 pistol? I think it's 1 pistol at this point that has like plus 330% damage. And cold, and multi-shot. Maybe even status chance too, or is it crit chance? It's turned the Lotto and like that starter pistol into a monster. Color pot reminds me of the Infested. It's just the pink accents being like the fleshy bits poking out from what used to be a person. Or clone or proxy, I don't know. I guess depends if you view the Garnier or Corpus as people. Oh, they're level 60. I misremembered the levels. Although I'm sure you already realized, given how little damage you're probably doing. Sorry about that. There's your shotgun ribbon. If you look at it in your mods station, it should show you the challenge. Then you equip it on a shotgun and go do the challenge with that shotgun equipped with the ribbon. And that will unveil it. Or you can just sell it as is. And I'm willing to bet that an unveiled shotgun ribbon will go for 50 plat. A veiled shotgun ribbon. An unveiled shotgun ribbon will depend on the weapon and the roll. So there's a lot of factors. It could be worth as little as 10 plat. By the time you finish it, it could even be worthless if nobody wants to buy it. Or it could be worth 300 plat or 500 if you get a really good weapon. Wow. Congrats. 2 more and then you can get Helios Prime. And Oberon Prime. I think they're the same MR. To be frank, I've spent like all of my plat on Forma lately. I can't really buy you a congratulatory gift.
Operator, you have remembered well how the Tenno arm themselves.
Forma. You can buy 1 for 20 plat, or you can buy 3 for 35. I've been doing the 35, obviously, but I'm buying like 6 at a time. It's 70 plat per purchasing. And now with a double affinity booster. Oh no. Good luck on your tests. But I wouldn't say to take my word as gospel on the price of an unveiled shotgun ribbon. Not unveiled. I keep messing up the terms. A veiled shotgun ribbon. What you got from the reward. I'm saying 50 because that's what a melee ribbon would go for, but I really haven't checked up on the price of shotgun ribbons that have been veiled. It could be 60, it could be 80, I don't know. It could be 30, who knows. Should definitely be more than 20 though, and might be around, I'd expect at least around what a melee ribbon goes for, given shotgun ribbons are a lot harder to come across. That's fine. I know you play stuff while I'm talking. Alright, full buffs. Kinda wanna throw reload speed on here, but at the same time it has pretty big mag now. Well, now your base mod capacity is 6, which, well, Both is and isn't as much as it. This depends on your mods. Yeah, Bratton's already max rank. The partner moves like those a plus damage, plus cold, plus mag size. Not a god roll, but a good roll. Move so slow.
Return to the telemetry system and make sure the cannon stays silent. The targeting mechanism is out of commission. The cannon is useless now. The Grenier will think long and hard before trying to use this weapon again.
And I think you had 400 plat just yesterday. Fucking Forma. Fucking Forma.
Excellent armaments, operator. Please return covered in blood. Safe and sound.
I think it should work. I don't think it'll work out with Prime Shred though. Also, I know part of it's probably because you felt like you couldn't do much, but just be sure to use your abilities. Otherwise, there's not much reason to use a frame that just doesn't have high armor and health, you know? Yeah, part of the reason is energy economy, huh? Well, I'm not gonna expect you to spam abilities like me. I got Arcane Energize. I that one arcane keeps me at max energy like 80% of the time. So I can really just spam all I want with no issues.
Orders have been counting stars, operator. All accounted for.
Oh, yeah, actually that should be fun. Just considering whether I should use a Naramon polarity for the next forma or not. It might be. Except for the Purple Lolas. Purple Lolas is definitely not. Or I hope it's not a moon. That's a very odd name. That's the name of a boss, so I assume it's not a moon. Yeah, there's Europa, Ganymede, Io, Callisto, Amalthea, Himalaya, Adrastia, Valetudo, Thebe, Pasiphae, Carme, Ananke, Metis. Oh. They probably are all named after the moons. The question is if Purple Polus is a moon or not. Oh, very first result is the Warframe boss. Alright, it's on a moon. Also, if it adds in the fact that a gas giant doesn't really have a surface to land on. Well, not that you actually land on Jupiter's surface in any of these nodes. They're all inside of orbital stations or spaceships. The thing is, I kind of want to form out the Bratton Vandal too, just to compare it seriously with the Bratton Prime, but that's like another 5 forma. 4 forma, because the Bratton Vandal actually comes with a pre-format slot. Which, like, thank the fucking gods. Weapons with like a even 1 forma slot already installed is just so great. So damn great. Can't believe I'm giving the Bratton 5 forma. What the hell? Really, what the hell? Good weapons like 5 forma because they go up to rank 40, but like some of my best weapons only take like 4 forma or 3. Brad wants 5. What? That's a real what moment. Well, I think I'll train out in Railjack for now.
We have a fire. Arming torpedoes, locking onto their signature.
I'm so glad I got Shred.
Shelve the bloodlust. Orders repel. Back to work. Caution. Void sink detected aboard that vessel. Fire crew, stand down.
Okay, I'm guessing the pilot's not great. I don't know though. It's really hard to say.
Scavs missing a few things.
Alright, let's do nothing. I'll get a turret then. Temporary targets.
Launch torpedoes. Let's see them evade that. Let's make this personal. Send in a cruise ship. Storm is becoming more severe. Void sink forming. Eyes open. Ice driver ready. Fire comet shard.
Come on, dude, stop being a bad pilot. You have a freaking comet chart after us.
Need heavy ordnance. Fire torpedoes. Cruise ship on scope. Deep freeze. Gunnery crews. Launch torpedoes. Engines locked.
Alright, where the hell's that freeze?
We are boarded. Aim for the head and may the saints look away. Fire crew, attention needed. We are free. Engines thawed. Ice driver, blast that railjack with a comet shot.
They're dropping reactant. Use it to crack open a relic. You are going to need more reactant.
And done.
Relic.
Oh boy.
Return to stations. We can clean up later. Flames extinguished. Torpedoes locked. Target in range. Firing. All pilots, to your ships. Clear launch tubes. Crew, strategic targets disabled. Time for the main event. Tenno deployed. Lotus
All right.
online. Handing off. Crew. Good luck.
Eliminate all purpose threats.
You let them get on board. Do not compound your failure by leaving them alive.
And again, anytime I'm on and you want to do some railjack stuff, I'll host.
The relic has been cracked
So you have your own railjack, in which case it's still up to you, but you know.
Torrent storm escalating. Stabilizing is proving difficult. Corridor. Take 5.
Yeah, probably not too much XP because I've got three weapons equipped instead of 2. Instead of 1. Yeah, strength 10.
Hey dreamers, we are up and ready.
Oh, the daily is to play in the mode. Okay. Okay.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Systems check. Complete. Ready to launch.
Kind of hope Railjack goes back to the diehards soon, because then you can use some real hardcore grinding. For Endo now. Actually, heck, why don't I just do that? Arbitrations. I've mentioned multiple times why I avoid arbitrations, but they really aren't that difficult for me. It's just that you make one error and you're fucked. Survival Frost Axolotl. Interesting. I'm curious. Was that versus infested? I think it was. Yeah, no thanks. On the one hand, infested are easy because they're almost entirely melee units. On the other hand, they're terrifying because they have toxin units. I've mentioned how like level 100 toxin just one-shots you. It really depends how well they're able to handle those, or how often they pop up anyways. I haven't used the Tony for long, huh? I have to use a frame for weeks to get it to surpass Wukong. Which is bothersome because there's other frames I want to use, you know? Well, whatever. Oh yeah, I could do the Steel Path incursions. Where'd he even go? Oh. Okay. I really like this gloom. Again, Titania lacks armor-piercing stuff. Well, her Exalted can handle armor, though, so it's not totally bad idea. Not put armor strip on her, but I think that'd be more offensively optimal, but what I've got right now is actually pretty damn solid. I mean, it's slow and lifesteal. All enemies within range get slowed, and all allies get lifesteal. The thing is, Tanya also has a buff that also slows, and reduces damage taken, and reduces enemy accuracy, and increases companion damage, so, like, you know, enemies get slowed down real hard. There's another enemy. Alright. You know, technically speaking, if you only did the main nodes to unlock each of the planets, you could actually be at the end of the star chart by MR5. Yeah, I wasn't at the end of the star chart until like MR14 or 15 though, so, or maybe later I did put it off. But, you know, you can be pretty far on the star chart if you set yourself to be. Yeah, you only do the absolutely necessary nodes. And probably don't even use any weapons or frames either. It's a very... Yeah. Yeah, you're probably going to be like MR7, though, I guess, if somebody wanted to go through fast. But MR5 is still possible. Okay. Oh, go in here, except for the one corpus. I've done that assassination before. Got that out of the way first. Style path. Gauss. Big B should be fine. Thumper with the radiation build. And then Gamma Core with anti-shield, I suppose. The stand silver negatives is fine. Alright, that should be good.
I thought we had seen the last of this dreaded raptor project, but now the purpose has scaled their interest and investments. We need to shut them down for good. The new raptor production facility appears to be entirely underground. A crashed radar on the surface has been masking its location. I fear they have developed even more deadly raptor prototypes here.
Now, it's the jump. There we go.
This may be difficult. The production facility is entirely automated. There is no way in without the warfare being torn up in the assembly line. We'll have to figure out how to destroy it from the planet's surface. Heavy robotic signature detected. Reloading.
Ah. Gosh, man, these are so much better. Wait, this is the crit build I need, isn't it? Damn.
Not risk the corpus developing more advanced robotics. If the corpus are building newer raptors, it's imperative to destroy the prototypes and their means of production.
Oh, we got a Zaku. Neat.
The Corpus are using a gravity conveyor system to move product up to the surface. These will be heavily shielded. Almost done. Stay alive and finish the mission. Take out the rest of the conveyors. A devastating hit. Now finish the job. The factory is in ruins. You dealt a critical blow to the Corpus war machine today. Your landing craft is in position.
Who's in control now, suckers? Security override engaged.
Alarms have been reset.
Alright, and that's done.
You are a blade. You exist to strike.
I've heard about a Grubhub ad. I don't think I've properly seen it. Maybe a clip when it was discussed, but if there's a new one, then no, I haven't seen it.
Check your inbox, operator.
Oh, Stalker. Stalker, stalker, stalker. Stalker, no stalking. Alright, so there's Survival versus Grenier, Excavation, Crossfire, Plato Lua. I think that was Spy. No, that's Exterminate. Okay, so that's Excalibur, Zephyr, Excalibur, Zaku. No, Excalibur. Zaku, no, Zephyr, whoever I want, and then Assassination. With War. Assassination versus War. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I might have seen little clips of it. Could bring Oberon. Heck, I could maybe bring Tanya, but I don't know. I don't know about Tanya.
Do you remember the old war, operator? Orbis seems to have misplaced those memories.
Man, no, not Mag. Yeah, Var might work. Okay, might. Protea wouldn't be bad, I guess. I might just be overthinking this though. Okay, what the heck was the boss's name? I always call him War because that's his node. It's not actually the boss's name. Was it Krill? Yeah, Lieutenant Luck Krill. Yeah, it's got alloy armor. Alloy armor and clone flesh. I want radiation. Okay. On top of that, let's run the Epitaph. Its debut in Steel Path. What's a decent radiation weapon I've got? Yeah, Rubico's going to be strong, but it's not quite the full auto that I want. Bratton, maybe? I really don't think the Bratton's up to snuff quite yet, but who the fuck knows? Baza, perhaps. And get behind. Or Cortac. Yeah, let's bring up Cortac. Alright. Okay, so I need Hellfire, Stormbringer, and that'll do. Radiation damage. I think I'll leave Epitaph as is. Dogger's just pure physical right now, though. I don't know how I feel about that. Alright, assassination. Let's go. Alright, before my invul wears off, get... Yeah, alright, they're already at Lick. Okay.
The assassination target is here. Wipe them out.
Uh-huh. Alright, there we are. Dispensary. Yeah, God. I think smashing with coal is not a good idea. These guys are meleeing him, though. You can get that. Does one of them have... One of them's applying cold. There we go. Alright, should be dead soon. Yeah. Did you actually figure out his mechanic? Oh, he's already dead.
Target down. Assassination contract complete. Great work, Tenno.
Jesus. I don't think the epitaph needs a ribbon. Oh, he stole steel essence. Goddamn witch. Alright. Alright, that's minus 1 point. Let's just get ever closer to me actually going to kill it. I'm guessing you didn't get the mechanic. Okay. Let's see, it was a little excavation and survival. Alright. Yeah, what's really odd about there's some bad game design in Warframe. The fact that the boss fights are just, they're not what the main game is. You know the main game. You parkour around places, you kill enemies non-stop, there's no... It's just straight power trip. Then, like, the bosses are very old game design of you have to hit big glowing weak points, or small glowing weak points in a lot of cases, instead of just shoot them in the face. So, you know, it's not exactly great game design. Anyway, let Krill, there's that backpack with all the gas canisters and stuff on his back. Basically,
If I may say, operator.
that's what you have to shoot. It's normally orange light. When it's a blue light, then you start shooting it. Start shooting it until a pipe blows off, and that's that. You do that until all his pipes are gone, and then he does a hammer slam again, which turns him into cold element, at which point he's vulnerable, and then he's just like every other enemy. He dies fast. The problem with it is that the backpack tends to go blue after he does a hammer slam. So I guess you just have to kind of wait until he does the right attack, and then you can hit him. Yeah, you have to wait until I think he does a hammer slam, and then I think you can damage him a little bit with that, but it's not much. And then his backpack turns blue, and then you can hit, and then you can deal enough damage to that to pop one of the pipes loose, and then you wait until he does the attack again, and repeat that until all of them are gone. Then you can just wait till he does the attack again, but instead of his backpack turning vulnerable, he himself does, and then you can kill his ass. There's a lot of bosses like that. I guess the most infamous among them was Counselor Vahek. He's the boss of Earth. You won't fight him until later because he's pretty high level. I think he's like level 25 or something.
They're still in the clear. No detection from enemy sensors.
Yeah. There's a lot of mechanics like that. It's fairly stupid. But if you decide, alright, then why not just make the bosses, vulnerable all the time? Well, look to Phobos. That doesn't really have a boss. I mean, it does have a boss. Not really, though. He dies instantly. Well, honestly, there's better ways to do it than that, but, depends on them actually having good AI. Like, Oh, sweet, I got one. Yeah. 1 second. Oh my god. I brought the new blood out to Steel Path, and my word, it's barely viable. At least so far. Jesus.
The enemy is broken. Well done. Now get to extraction.
Well, and again, a big contributor to why it's doing so poorly is because I'm not using abilities, because I spawned in with not enough energy, because that's normally how you spawn. Yeah, I think the one boss that's actually telegraphed properly is the Fantas. Because that, it's like really, really clear. You're supposed to be hitting a weak point.
They fought well.
If you've played video games before, that is.
All.
I barely got any XP off of that. Because I spawned next to absolutely no one. And had no idea where they were. Oh well. Alright, excavation. Swoopin' Falcon. Maybe I use Penguin, maybe I don't. I don't know. That Docker Crypt build was actually pretty dang gnarly. I'll try out the C config on this. Alright, so with that... Yeah, that asshole. So you can only damage him when he opens up his helmet to yell at you. At which point you need to shoot his face. But face is a kind of small target, and he's a flying drone. It's keeping his distance from you. So yeah, I mean, I hope you're not completely inaccurate, you know? That's gonna give you a very rough time. Oh, and he also deals magnetic damage as one beam attack with magnetic, so Mag Proc drains 250 energy over the course of a couple seconds. I know, right? As soon as I spawn, I get fucking stuck. What the hell?
Excavator destroyed. Protect the remaining dig sites.
We got a chorus, that's good.
Extraction is now available.
I do not have Steel Essence, but I saw that message for the guy. Alright. rest of your licenses then.
Excavator is ready to go. Keep it powered and protected from enemy fire. Excavator destroyed. Protect the remaining dig sites.
As you conquer the foe,
Yeah, because your GPU is not going full throttle all the time. Okay, now it's survival. If I'm doing survival, then I want... Whoo! You make him or Tanya, honestly. Hmm. Ah, okay. Yes, I have a case with a sound isolating material. So mine is, I mean, I can still hear it, but it's like faint, especially through my headphones. Like, that doesn't really make too much noise at all. Yeah, well, the whole rig itself weighs like 50 or 60 pounds or something.
All accounted for.
I don't yet have a. I don't. I memorized the rough conversion figure from Fahrenheit to Celsius, but I have not for pounds to kilograms, so excuse my freedom units. It basically it's a bitch to move. Yeah, it's a really nice case. Hmm. I kind of want to try out my combat Avara in Steel Path. I think I will.
Operator, you have remembered well how to take care
Okay.
of ourselves.
Okay, so that's heat. And this is also heat, but it's got slash too. Uh, I want wasn't stabilizer. Maybe Eagle Eye, honestly. Tactical reload. And tactical reload. Alright. I still regret that bit of stupidity I had where I didn't think to. I think I looked up silent keyboard, and I didn't think at all to look up quiet keyboard when I got no results. So I'm stuck with a regular sounding keyboard. Oh. $20 though. Asked me all this time. Not needed to replace it.
They have just shut down
Alright.
and sending life support capsules away.
Now, Ivara takes a lot of concentration to play properly. A combat role. Oh my god, what? Oh, was I shooting him on Bard or something? Gosh, that's hard to say. I just saw I was doing very little damage with the Baza.
Life support incoming.
You know, the reason why it takes so much effort to... I'm sorry, what was that damage output? I went from doing very little damage to instantly killing them, and I don't know what that's about.
I delivered a life support capsule to the area.
Is that headshots?
Reading it will buy you more time.
Might be headshots. Hard to say. Alright. I keep getting cut off because I do have to focus. So Ivara is a rather fragile frame. In fact, what keeps her alive for the most part is the fact that she's stealthy. And because I love how Ivara looks, she's the first frame where I just unilaterally liked how she looked right out of the box. Which is why she's one of the reasons why she's my most played frame.
Ready for a capsule.
Is I've been trying to make her like usable in combat without using invisibility, without going stealthy. And yeah, it's a real challenge. I never quite got to the level of, say, other frames that can definitely do full frontal attacks, but she can hold her ground a bit. But it really does require a degree of skill because you're still squishy. It just relies a lot on good acrobatics, target prioritization, and laying down CC and support when you need it. Major help was subsuming on Mesa's shooting gallery, which gives you a damage buff as well as every 1.5 seconds stuns 3 nearby enemies. That helps keep the pressure off of Aura, so you can freely attack. Failing that, you want to make full use of her tactical quiver. The first ability, there's a sleep arrow and a cloak arrow. There's also dash wire too, although the dash wire is a bit hard to set up. Mostly because you use the dash wire when you want to stay in one spot for a fair while. Alright, where? Oh, where? Over here. You can tag an enemy with Cloak Arrow. It's actually pretty great. Nope. Okay.
When you need it, extraction is ready.
Alright, and got him. Back off from that. Oh, okay. I think I get it.
Additional life support has
I think I get why they instantly die. I think it's because I put so many slash and heat procs on them that they all just kind of tick.
Very good.
Yeah, I think that's the end of the incursions. And at 22:30 no less. So yeah, I build 183% duration, 100% efficiency, 175 range, 100% strength. Replace Navigator with Shooting Gallery. Corrosive Projection, Mobilize, Adaptation, Quick Thinking, Empowered Quiver, Prime Flow, Prime Continuity, Augur Reach, Stretch, and Constitution. Alongside Arcane Energize and Arcane Nullifier. 3 Forma. It takes 3 Forma to do this. I may Forma her a 4th time because, well, there's one slot here. It's a Vazarin. I think was a very old build, and it still fits my current build, but like I don't use a Vazarin in that slot anymore. I don't have a reason for it to be there. Oh, okay, I could fully Forma her, honestly. Third on her too. I could probably put Ice Step or something inside the Exilus slot. Alright, so reasoning for what I've chosen. Prime Flow, just because I always put Prime Flow on here. Having a lot of energy is very nice. Prime Continuity as well, high duration, helps you expend less energy, so you don't have to recast so often. Adaptation is the basic, best defensive mod you can ask for. Quick Thinking to back it up, because I have such a high energy pool and I don't really use a whole lot of it. Because I only need to use my abilities in an emergency. The only one I have to really upkeep is Shooting Gallery, which I only have to recast once every minute. I don't need to recast it that long, so I have a glut of energy. Choose Quick Thinking, where anytime my health I would take lethal damage, and instead converts it into energy damage. So my energy bar also functions as a second health bar. Empowered Quiver makes it so that my Cloak Arrow makes me immune to SAS effects, which includes CC, while also being invisible. So that's pretty good if you get a SAS effect on you, especially at high level. As I mentioned, Toxin will kill you, so you can use that to purge yourself. The problem why you need to be like need to be focused and on your game while playing this build is because it takes time to cycle through. Because it's a tap hold ability, Quiver is, so you need to tap to cycle through and then hold to fire. You can't just tap it in a panic. You have to make sure you're on the right arrow and then fire at the right spot. So you need to be ready to react. And Dash Wire doubles your critical damage. Well, it doesn't double it, it's a plus 100%. So that's nice. Makes it very nice to use in, say, defensive missions. But in most stuff where you're moving around a lot, well, I'd like to think that you could, say, set up a dash wire to traverse faster. Because of the travel time on the dash, on the arrow, you can probably just bullet jump to the point where it is by the time it connects, makes a tripwire, and then you can run across it. It's more so for when you need to hole up in a spot. Then Stretch and Auger Reach are for shooting gallery. Because the longer the range on that, the farther away enemies are that get stunned. It still is only 3 enemies at a time. It's not going to be everybody in range, but it means you don't have to get up into freaking melee range for them to get stunned. So again, more breathing room. Constitution for higher duration, so don't have to recast shooting gallery so often, as well as faster knockdown recovery, which I find is very, very nice. Mobilize for movement, because I am a big fan of Mobilize. Corrosive Projection to reduce enemy armor, because you don't have any kind of armor strip ability with you. You'd have to build your weapons for that. And with all this, you pretty much just pop Shooting Gallery and start parkouring around with your weapons. Use your quiver tactically. Prowl is, honestly, if you just want to stay hidden, you don't really need to use Prowl anymore. And the Artemis Bow is, yeah, I guess if you feel like using it, again, don't need to. But I guess now that I'm using a mouse, and since you're using a mouse too, the bow may be a good choice. On the pad, its fire rate's a bit lacking for how inaccurate a pad can be. Yeah, that's my combat build for Aurora. If I'm like out of it on a day, I'm gonna die a lot on this build. She still is. Oh gosh. Yeah, for her quiver, Noise Arrow you're not really going to use. Noise Arrow only works on unalerted enemies. So, yeah, only if you do stealth stuff, and even then if you're in a squad, I mean, have you seen any of your squads actually go stealthy? I don't think so. Alright, Dash Wire I've mentioned, Cloak I've mentioned. You can use Cloak as a bit of an alternative to Prowl. It doesn't give you the headshot bonus that Prowl does, but it's not a constant drain. And of course with the Empower Quiver it also has the removes and prevents status effects while you're inside of it. Then Sleep you're going to use as a ranged group stun, which is another reason to go for build for range. So the Sleep Arrow actually has a area of effect. While I would have liked to have increased her strength so that damage buff is higher, I prefer range so that she gets more breathing room with her CC. And duration, because I don't like having short duration shooting gallery. I don't like having to constantly recast, or what feels like a constant recast. Alright, that is all of Steel Path Incursions. I'll hit up Coronary Relay, buy some Kuva, and call it a night. Right. So I'm not sure if I'll buy an Umbral Forma later on. Hmm. Hmm. What are you even slapping that slot though? Hmm. Oh well. Not sure if I'll Forma it again, honestly. Not sure if I need to. So, thank you for watching. I'm gonna do a mixture of continuing to play this, going to the bathroom, and continuing to read a light novel. So, good night. See you Sunday.